Hi everyone, welcome. FPL Matt Day here. We're getting ready for match day 3. We're already on to match day 3 of the FIFA 2022 World Cup. It's been an enjoyable tournament so far. Look, the Fantasy League, we've spoke about it in previous podcasts, probably hasn't been up to the standard we're used to, with FPL and UEFA Champions League and Euro Fantasy and, in previous World Cup games. But, I'm still playing, we're still playing. We're just trying to enjoy it for what it is, which leads me into this quick video tonight. It's really all about match day 3, and for those that are on a wild card like myself, this is for me one of the probably I'd say it's more of a draft wild card. It might not necessarily be the best team, but it's pretty similar to sort of what I would pick and what I'm liking at the moment for match day 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share screen and go through this team and the picks that I think are really good for this match day. Just before I do, if you can please give the channel a subscribe. If you are new here, please subscribe. Come into the comments, let me know your thoughts. There's plenty of this content to come for the rest of the tournament, for UEFA Champions League fantasy, for Fantasy Premier League, and just football in general. So, hit the subscribe button, like the video, get involved in the comments, hit the notification bell. I'm always in the comments interacting as well. So it'd be great to see some new faces and meet some new people within this, incredible fantasy football community. But look, let's get straight into it. Let's share the screen, and I'm going to go through this team. And this is just a draft for now. As you will see, the power captain is on my my screen at the moment, because what's basically happened is I haven't been able to activate my wild card whilst I'm playing the power captain. So what I had to do was just transfer all of my players out of my team, put them into the players that I like at the moment, and then didn't click confirm, because otherwise I would have lost a ton of points. So, but this is the squad that I'm really liking for match day 3. So we'll start with the goalkeeper. I've got Nopert in there from the Netherlands. Okay, Holland did concede in match day 2, but favourable last fixture against Qatar. I think it's worth putting him in goal. It's probably the weakest team in the tournament. So I've got Nopert in there, and I've doubled up with Dumfries. He's been in my team since the start. I'm going to keep him. Big attacking threat. Hoping for a double Dutch clean sheet there. I will just add, this is just a draft. This might not be my final team, but for me, this is one of my favourite wildcards that you can pick. And I know there's a couple of double defences in there, which not everyone likes, but we have seen a lot of lower scoring games. We've seen a lot of 0-0s in this World Cup as well, which means there is an opportunity for a double defence. And as you can see there, I've got Kieran Trippier and Harry Maguire for England against Wales. Probably a few people might be looking at thinking, England-USA wasn't the greatest game, but it was a stalemate. England, defended reasonably well, come out with the first clean sheet of the competition. Kieran Trippier, he wasn't the Kieran Trippier we know in FPL way. He has that license to get forward. But if England get a set piece, if England get a free kick, he's been over these. And Harry Maguire, he was attacking all of these set pieces. He was defending all the set pieces. We saw it in the Iran game. He got an assist. He was very unlucky not to actually get a goal in that game as well. So I'm actually liking him from a, an attacking point of view from the corners. And I think he's the best one to double up with in the England defence. So Trippier and Maguire there. Then I've still got the Dane in there, Marla, very highly owned. Plays Australia, which, it could be a bit of a banana skin. The Aussies have scored in both games. I live here in Australia, so I know all about their national team. And, they always come in as underdogs. But Marlowe looked really attacking against France. Got a couple of shots off on goal. We know how good he can be for Denmark, so I'm keeping him in there. And then I've got another French defender there in Hernandez. Obviously, the French have won both of their games. They played Tunisia in the last game. They still are technically fighting for top spot. Obviously, if Australia win and Tunisia win, it could possibly come down to the goal difference. Hernandez plays on that left side. I don't think there's any other left-sided defenders in this French team, so he might keep his place. In saying that, they could potentially put someone out of position there. France do have a very flexible sort of team. They could change a formation, but I expect Hernandez will play and France will want to go strong. Maybe they'll make some subs later on in the game and change a few of the other positions. But that's my defence. And then you go into midfield. There's obviously the 2 midfielders there. For now, there is 3 on the bench. And I've got Musiala from Germany, got an assist against Spain. He's been brilliant for Bayern Munich, brilliant for UEFA Fantasy Champions League. He's the one that makes it tick in that German midfield at the moment. They play Costa Rica. Okay, they got the win against Japan, but I don't think they really look that great. They obviously got beaten quite easily by Spain 7-0. So I actually think Musiala's a good pick for this last game. I think Germany will win. So I do think Germany will win that one. I think you need some coverage from the Germans. And then obviously alongside there, you've got Ziyech, Morocco. They can go through to the next round. They've got 4 points so far. Draw against Croatia. Really impressive win against Belgium. Ziyech got the assist as well, which was really, really impressive. Had a disallowed goal. I think he's a must-have on a wild card. Canada let 4 goals in against Croatia. Morocco will want to take top spot. So Ziyech is in there on all the set pieces. Really good option in that midfield. And then just before I continue, I just want to add this team's actually 0.5 million under budget, I believe. So, yeah, there's still pocket change in this team if you pick this team. Actually, I'll quickly check. I'll confirm that because I don't want to tell everyone that it's under budget, and then it might not be under budget. Because obviously everyone wants to make sure they've got the funds to obviously buy this team. Okay, this is right. This is under budget. Okay, yeah, so it's 0.5 under budget, which, you might want to swap 1 or 2 of these players out. But front 3, I've gone Messi. Has to be in there. Argentina need to win. Scored in both games, got the assist and the goal in the previous game for Argentina. And then Mbappe, I know there's talk France might rotate, but I think Mbappe is going for the golden boot. You've got to get him in. I had him in as my 12th man in the first match day. Didn't have him in this match day. It was a big mistake. As you can see, if I'd captained him, that's 26 points. And then Gakpo scored in both games. Netherlands got Qatar. It's a no-brainer for me. Get Gakpo in your sides. And then on my bench, Ederson, because there was so much budget left. I wanted some Brazil coverage. I liked the idea of having a Brazilian player, for the last group game against Cameroon. So I went with Ederson. Alisson might actually play that one if Brazil end up with 6 points. So Ederson could change to Alisson. And then alongside him there, I've got Pulisic against Iran. Iran letting 6 goals against England. I know they beat Wales, but I think USA against Iran, it's going to be 2 teams going for it, in my opinion. Pulisic looked good against England, hit the bar. He's a live wire for the US. He's a big differential for me. So I've got him in there as some differential coverage. Then alongside him, as you can see, I've got Bukayo Saka, really good for England in the first game. Didn't look so good against the US, but I wanted some England attacking coverage in there as well. And if we get that intel that Saka will keep his place, then I think he's really good for the Wales game. I think England will win that. As drab as they were against the US, I think they'll find a way to win that game, maybe 2 or 3-0. And then I got Sabira from Morocco. He did get 7 points against Belgium. He's some cheap bench fodder just to keep this squad ticking over. So that is my wildcard draft for match day 3. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Give the video a like. Let me know if you're going to have any of these players. Let me know if you don't want any of these players. And we can discuss all of that in the comments. I'm FPL Matt Day. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at FPL Matt Day. And I will be back with more fancy content later on this week. And I'll also be back with more World Cup content and score predictions throughout the World Cup. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next one.